Willie D. Live.
What's up, family? At Nolan Wells' August 19th vigil, Pastor Jamal Bryant explicitly defended Christine Wonsley, criticized the pace of the investigation, and questioned whether the response would look different if Nolan was not a young black male. Let's take a quick poll, fam. What do you think? Give me a thumbs up if you believe what Jamal said, if you support that, what Pastor Jamal Bryant said. Give me a thumbs up. Thumbs down if you say, no, man, race ain't a factor, man. Stop bringing up race, man. Ain't got nothing to do with race. Let me know your thoughts, fam, and we'll get into this commentary in a moment. But first, I want you to hear what the good pastor had to say.
I bet you $1,000,000 if it was 5 black boys and 1 white boy on the boat. By now, there would have been an arrest, there would have been a warrant, there would have been a seizure, but because America doesn't believe that Black Lives Matter, they trying to act offended because we want to ask the question, what happened to our brother? And when we ask the question, what happened? The response is we're still gathering information. We're waiting on toxicology, waiting on the grand jury. Am I my brother's keeper? That's the question underneath every delayed subpoena, every sealed file, every complaint filed against a grieving mother's nursing license. Instead of asking whoever left her son on the island, the institutional Mississippi still muttering Cain's excuse, it's not my problem. I wanted to come to Mississippi today from Georgia to let the system and to let the establishment know, let that be the last time you try to intimidate a black mother. She's got every right to fight for her son, to stand for her son, to question her son, and you better not mess with her nurse's license. Leave that black woman alone. And I want them to know if the dirt wouldn't be quiet, what makes you think the water's gonna be quiet? Because black people know something about coming through the water.
I ain't got no problem with that. Y'all probably didn't pick that up when he said black people know something about coming through the water. Hey fam, plain and simple. Pastor Jamal Bryant's central message is very simple. Leave Christine alone. She lost a son, and she is demanding answers about how he died. Why should advocating for her child make her a target? Why should it make any parent a target? Why should it make her father? Why should it make his father a target? Why should it make Nolan Wells' father a target? Asking questions. They got a problem with Ben Crump and Al Sharpton, not because they're asking questions, not because they're trying to get somebody to pay for Nolan's death. The people who have a problem with them because they're black and they're advocating for justice for a young black man. That's what it boils down to. I don't give a damn what you say. I don't care how you try to come over here and try to act like, oh, they're just race baiting. It's always race baiting when black people try to get justice, isn't it? Because the only time that black people have a problem getting justice is when there's a white person involved, if there's a white person on the other side of that argument. Well, y'all don't act like that. When black people kill each other, when black people die, y'all don't act like that. Because when black people die and they're suspected of being murdered, if there's foul play suspected and the police find out about it, they're going to do everything they can to arrest that black person who's responsible for it. Black people kill black people, and black people go to jail, if the police have an inkling that they had something to do with it, they are going to jail. Because in America, they want your body, if you're black, they want your body cold or warm. They do not care which way it goes. The nursing license complaint changes the optics. An anonymous complaint was filed against Christine with the Mississippi Board of Nursing while she was publicly pushing for answers. The pastor framed that as intimidation of a grieving black mother. Why is the mother becoming part of the story? The investigation is supposed to be about what happened to Nolan. Yet, attention is increasingly being directed toward Christine's conduct, employment, and public advocacy. And we already know what that's all about, fam, because these type of things happen to white mothers, and they're not doxxed, they're not put on blast. I mean, it actually happened to a white mother in Ocean Springs, right? There was a case about a year or so ago where a white girl committed suicide after being bullied. She was bullied, like mercilessly bullied by other white kids. And she committed suicide. I believe she was 13 years old. The mother went looking for answers. She wanted the people who were responsible for bullying her child to death, literally. She wanted them to pay. And there was no campaign to dox her and get her fired from her job. There was no jumping on social media, calling her money hungry, because there was a GoFundMe for her and her family. Nobody was attacking the GoFundMe. Nobody was attacking her intentions. So yeah, we said it's about race because we ain't no damn fools. We know it's about race. It's always about race. Jamal Bryant is essentially saying, or essentially asking, where is the same energy for Nolan? If people are motivated enough to scrutinize his mother, why isn't that same urgency being directed towards solving every unanswered question surrounding Nolan's death? Can't answer that, can you? I think his most provocative argument is racial, straight up. The pastor questioned whether authorities would be moving with the same pace and caution if racial circumstances surrounding Nolan's disappearance were reversed. That deserves a discussion. But it remains Jamal Bryant's argument, not a proven fact. So, investigators' motives, one could say, yeah, or one could say, yeah, Are you picking up what I'm putting down, fam? You know, I'm trying to say certain things and get y'all to read between the lines, because it just doesn't seem like the investigators care too much to solve this case. We do know, out of all of the threats the family has received, there has not been one arrest, not one. But the moment threats started being aimed at their judge, who is one of the young dudes who was involved in the case of Nolan Wells, as far as like being a guy who was on the boat at some point. He was boating with Nolan, right? He's one of the guys that many people suspect that might be involved in something nefarious regarding Nolan Wells, right? His mom, now keep in mind, people are pointing fingers at him like he did something wrong. And his mom gets some death threats and they make arrests like that. See, the problem with this country, fam, is its two-tier justice system and its clear racial bias. This country ain't never, ever, 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 ever gonna be great if it don't figure that piece right there out. There ain't no way around it. You cannot have both. You cannot have a civilized society and at the same time have a two-tier justice system where certain people get breaks because of their skin color and certain people get broken because of theirs. It don't work like that. It's like the cops wanting people to respect them when they don't respect the people. You can't have it both ways. Something's got to give. Race does not have to be proven as the cause of Nolan's death for race to be discussed. Those are separate issues. Jamal Bryant questioning whether race influences how serious institutions respond when a black family demands answers. There's historical baggage there. When a prominent black pastor stands in Mississippi talking about a young black man's unexplained death and institutional accountability, people are inevitably going to connect it to Mississippi's history. That's a fact, Jack. That's history. And that history doesn't prove what happened to Nolan, but it helps explain the distrust. That's all we're saying. So if you want to mitigate that distrust, all you got to do is be transparent in your investigation. Give us some updates from time to time, spoon feed us. Just give us some updates from time to time. Make it at least lie to us. Make it sound fly to us. Now, don't lie to us. But, show us a little progress. Make it at least seem like you're trying. Make it seem like you care. How about that? But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.